So let me get this straight. You want to sound like Juice WRLD and his newest song, Already Dead? You're in the right place. What's going on YouTube? My name is Bendini, and like I said before, I'm going to be showing you guys how to sound like Juice WRLD and his newest song, Already Dead, in FL Studio using all stock plugins. So if you're a beginner to FL Studio or you just want something where you can just plug your mic in and just start recording, this is for you. And I've been a little bit inactive lately, and that's completely my apologies, but I'm going to be back on my grind here, posting a ton of content for you guys. So make sure you guys press that subscribe and like button and comment what you want to see me do next. I go through every single comment. And also, before we get into the video, if you do want to win this preset for free, make sure you keep your eye out because I'm going to put an Easter egg kind of thing in this video. So if you see that, the first person to DM me will get a free preset, if that makes sense. I hope it does. But yeah, enough talking. Let's get into FL. Alright, so now we're here in FL Studio, as you guys can see, and if you do want to purchase this preset, is the first link in the description below for only $10. And like I said before, all you got to do is just plug your microphone into this microphone insert right here, and you're ready to record. Everything that's included with this is a mic vocal mix, a main vocal mix, some Adlibs, a Flanger sidechain, and a Reverb sidechain, as well as a master. But to start off, I'm just going to go ahead and turn off all the effects right here and play it with no effects and show you guys what it sounds like with effects so you can hear what the template does.
Bitch, I'm already dead. I've been dead for years.
I've been dead for years, hidden, I'm stuck behind my fears. Live inside my mind, you reside in here. I said that I got a problem you ain't tried to hear. Wish I could find the years I lost.
So as you guys can hear, it's the raw vocals, sounds very rough, harsh on the ears. And now we're just gonna go ahead and turn on all the effects, and that's just the main vocals, the ad-libs, the flanger sidechain, the reverb sidechain, and the master preset. And this is what it sounds like.
Bitch, I'm already dead. I've been dead for years.
I've been dead for years, hidden, I'm stuck behind my fears. Live inside my mind, you reside in here. I said that I got a problem you ain't tried to hear. Wish I could find the years I lost, trying to figure it out with you. Life was so much better when everything was brand new. You can't fix what is broken, she let me deep in my tomb.
So as you guys can see, that sounds a ton better, and if you're trying to achieve that kind of sound, all you got to do is plug your microphone in and you get that mix right away. But now I'm just going to go ahead and list through all the plugins on the mic vocals, the main vocals, and the ad-libs and show you guys the settings. So first off, we got the auto-tune, and the key was dB major, and I set the retune speed to medium and the humanize to minimum. And next we got a fruity compressor, and for this one I set the threshold to negative 18.6 dB and the ratio to 6.3. The gain is 5.1 and the type is vintage. And this is what it sounds like with just the auto-tune and the compressor on it.
I've been dead for years, hidden, I'm stuck behind my fears. Live inside my mind, you reside in here. I said that I got a problem you ain't tried to hear. Wish I could find.
So it's just compressing the vocal a lot, taking that harsh sound out of it. Moving on, we got our first EQ, and for this one we just rolled off the lows at around 187 hertz. We did a frequency sweep around 340 hertz, 950 hertz, and the last frequency sweep is at 6,700 hertz. And around the 7K range, we boosted the highs a lot because I feel like it brings that sound more to life. And this is what it sounds like with the EQ on it.
I've been dead for years, hidden, I'm stuck behind my fears. Live inside my mind, you reside in here. I said that I got a problem you ain't tried to hear.
So now it kind of brings out a harsh S, but we're going to fix that later down with the Maximus. But moving on to the limiter. For the first limiter right here, I went up to the top left, hit presets, and hit noise gate. And then I moved the threshold just barely up, and the release kind of, I would say like 60-70%. And then I put the gain to about 70% and the ceiling to about 45%. And this is what it sounds like with the limiter on it.
I've been dead for years, hidden, I'm stuck behind my fears. Live inside my mind, you reside in here. I said that I got a problem you ain't tried to hear. Wish I could find the years I lost, trying to figure it out with you.
Moving on to the next compressor, we brought the threshold to negative 20 dB. The ratio is 4.6 and the gain is 5.4. And the type is hard, and this is what it sounds like with the next compressor on it.
I've been dead for years, hidden, I'm stuck behind my fears. Live inside my mind, you reside in here. I said that I got a problem you ain't tried to hear. Wish I could find.
And next we're using a Fruity Blood overdrive, and I really haven't used this too much, so it was a little bit of an experiment, but I think it brings out the distortion in the vocal just perfectly. And if you guys want to copy these settings, go right ahead. But this is how it sounds like with the Blood overdrive on it.
I've been dead for years, hidden, I'm stuck behind my fears. Live inside my mind, you reside in here. I said that I got a problem you ain't tried to hear. Wish I could find the
Moving on to the Maximus, we just went up to the top left here, hit presets, and went to DS narrowband, and I just kind of moved this little curve down the slightest bit, and this is what it sounds like with the Maximus on it.
I've been dead for years, hidden, I'm stuck behind my fears. Live inside my mind, you reside in here. I said that I got a problem you ain't tried to hear. Wish I could find the years I lost trying to figure.
And lastly, for the main vocals, we have a limiter, and for this one, we put the ceiling to about like 35% and the gain to about 55%. And this is what it sounds like with that.
I've been dead for years, hidden, I'm stuck behind my fears. Live inside my mind, you reside in here. I said that I got a problem you ain't tried to hear. Wish I could find the.
And then moving on to the side chains over here, we have a flanger, and if you guys want to copy all these settings, go right ahead. And then we have a reverb, and if you guys want to copy these settings, go right ahead. And this is what it sounds like with the flanger and the reverb sidechain on it.
I've been dead for years, hidden, I'm stuck behind my fears. Live inside my mind, you reside in here. I said that I got a problem you ain't tried to hear. Wish I could find the years I lost trying to figure it out.
And lastly, for the adlibs, I didn't really change much from the main vocals, except I took out the blood overdrive and I added a EQ and a reverb. But here are the settings for those two. If you guys do want to copy these, go right ahead. But this is what the adlib track sounds like.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Die.
Alright, and I think that's going to go ahead and wrap up today's video. So if you guys did enjoy, and if this helped you in any type of way, make sure you hit that like, comment, and subscribe button. All your guys' support really does mean the world to me. And again, if you do want to purchase the preset that I used in this video, it's the first link in the description below for only $10 using all stock plugins. But yeah, my name is bendini. Until next time.
You got another one.